And we're back with Vampyr. Not quite where I left us. He moved over there for some reason, but the intricacies of, the autosave system.
Good
We're going to talk with Enid.
May I come in?
Of course, of course.
I think she's one of the last people that we haven't spoken to. Oh, there she is.
So, Dr. Tippets, what brings you back here? We haven't talked in quite some time.
Dementia.
Have you heard anything recently concerning Sean Hampton's shelter?
I've never heard that name before, I'm afraid.
Enid, have you really no idea what happened to your son? No idea at all?
I've not seen Jack for so long. I lose track of time. Has something bad happened to him?
Very bad. Honesty.
Jack is dead, Miss Gillingham.
Of course he's not. I've seen him. Tonight, in fact. Ever the Joker, Dr. Tippets.
Yeah, definitely dementia.
Is anyone taking care of you, Miss Gillingham?
My son is always here to take care of me. He's a good boy like that, but I do worry that he needs to start living his own life. I would never say that to him, of course.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
Oh,
Disaster.
no. I don't gossip. That would be most unbecoming of a lady such as myself.
Who are the more influential figures on the docks?
I have a feeling
heard
she
about
was one of the
some
last
terrible
characters to
illness
be
going
written.
around.
Just a feeling.
I would say in that case that it's you, Dr. Tippets.
Yeah.
Are you worried about the sanitation crisis in London?
Too much noise, too much shouting. It keeps me up. Is it really gunfire I'm hearing?
Oh, yes. That's about all we can do for her right now.
Goodbye, Miss Gillingham.
That is sad. I'm not gonna loot her. That just feels mean. That's money. I'll be a responsible adult and not steal everything nailed down. Well, we've met her. I think got a little bit more XP. Where is she? Oh, there she is. 2 hints out of 4. These three are still mostly an enigma. They got 1 more hint each. I don't know if I can munch either of them. Both of them are terrible people that are going to cause the docks to continuously be a problem. I don't know if the district can take much more abuse, though. Let's see, I don't think there was anything up there. So, I'm going to quickly look around for a couple of those other people. Bloodstains on the floor, nothing, no big deal with that. Coughing. It's 29. Got away mostly. I need to swap my abilities around a bit. I'll get away with it. Can I stun him? Nah, oh, it's off cooldown. Oops. Wrong button. Well, good handle part. Now that these are dropping like candy, I don't need them anymore. Something was over here.
Informing London's inhabitants of the presence of vampires.
Oh, that quest, I
What
forgot
does that
about it.
make me? A double or a triple agent?
You could probably slap that over there. It'd probably be more effective use of people's time. He doesn't need this anymore. Shillings. Check out anything in here first. No, no one's here with me. More medicinal stuff, which is good. More money. Everybody just leaves money lying around. Oh, this goes to that area. That's good to know. This was a bar at some point in time. Ooh, he got eaten. So nothing further up here. Back in the center area. Did I go the... I must not have gone that way. When I was up here, I was looking this way. Okay, take a quick look around. Yeah, that's everything. Still looted. Oh, wrong way. I may go back to Pembroke and do like a lot of the quests there, because there's a few I've had sit up for a while. That one with the water or the plant one, that's been there sitting around for ages, and you find out how the person died one. Okay. That's combat. I've basically been to the only non-combat area, so maybe up here? I'm trying to remember where that group of 3 was at. I know there's a stealth power, it just doesn't seem terribly useful, because you can mostly just run away from most fights. And enemies do tether reasonably well, nothing's that terrifying. Okay, who are you? You're only level 24. Hi. Oh, I got hit. Oh. You cannot stun. You cannot parry that. Taking forever to die. Dramatic. Strange. Is this supposed to be something I knew or should have known? Oh, it's there. I don't think it would have been much help in that fight. I don't think any of them are actually programmed to fight now that I think about it. Well, went the entirely wrong way. Poured over. I think they were around here, those three people I'm looking for. Okay, there she is. There's one of them. Yeah, I've been told she exists, but I've not been formally introduced, so... Let's go get this out of the way.
Good evening, madam. I'm Dr. Reed. Could I come in?
Why? What do you want?
I work at the Pembroke Hospital. I'm investigating the flu epidemic in this area.
Oh, the Spanish flu. Well, that's quite liberal of you, Doctor. But this is no time to be knocking at people's doors.
True.
The disease takes away the good people too, madam. Why not let me in?
It's Mrs. Fishburne. Stella Fishburne. And yes, indeed. Why not let a doctor in?
Minor abuse of her powers, but we just want to get to know her.
The epidemic is what worries people most these days.
Where'd she go? Oh.
So you have questions about the flu then?
Yes, among other things.
Forgive my rudeness at the door. It's just my son doesn't like strangers coming in the house.
I think he was the psychopath.
Tell me about these demons Seymour needs your help to fight.
Seymour used to be such a happy child. And he is still a helping son most of the time. But when he gets angry, he can hardly contain his rage.
All men and women are born innocent, Mrs. Fishburne. But there can be a monster within any of us.
Do you
Jonathan would
think
know
he can be
this.
cured, Doctor? Do you think something can extinguish this rage inside my Seymour?
That doesn't sound like a good option. Yeah.
Science has only just begun to investigate the mysteries of the human mind. Currently, we have more assumptions than fact.
There ain't no hope then. Somehow, somewhere, my son has turned into a monster, and nothing will bring him back.
We didn't lose a hint for that.
Your son's gone way beyond simply bullying people. He has a taste for blood, and you know it, don't you, Stella?
One night, he told me straight up, in his own words. It was several days after one of his episodes.
Why did he confess? Did you suspect something?
No. I guess he wanted his old mum to help him fight his, demons.
Did Seymour tell you everything that night?
More than I could stand. The words he used to describe his hate, his rage, how he feels when he's done it.
That's the end of that hint.
Stella, I know you are ashamed of your son's crimes. So why do you protect Seymour?
Probably because he's his son.
I can't report my own son, can I? Not a burden I could bear.
Burden? How do you mean?
They'd hang him for sure. I won't send my only son to his death.
I'm convinced you raised
Probably the
Seymour
best
the best
option.
you could. You're not responsible for what he became.
If someone ever found the courage to speak to the police, I will take my share.
Okay.
The orphan that regards you as a mother. Please tell me about him, Stella.
You mean Rufus? I wish I could do even more for the poor boy. Most people are so selfish.
But you're not.
Years may have passed, but I haven't forgotten how it feels to go through days with nothing but an empty stomach.
How is life around here?
Life has always been hard in the East End. But it's everywhere nowadays, isn't it?
Yeah, well, not the West End.
Do you think the increase in violence has anything to do with the epidemic?
Don't know. But it's most likely linked to the gangs, if you ask me. Recently, it's like everyone has had to pick a side.
Violence has always fed on poverty, don't you think? It's a cruel law of the human condition.
And selfishness is their rotten fruit. These days, you could just die in the gutter, and no one will bat an eye.
I think we're done with all of her
May I
options.
ask what you do for a living, Mrs. Fishburne?
Since my husband died, I worked at the Dawson Rope factory, but it closed before the war. I occasionally help at the night asylum, in exchange for food.
Not anymore.
Did your husband die in the war?
Oh no. My
She's
Jack
a
was
bit old
docker.
for that.
He died when my Seymour was just a lad. The poor boy saw his dad slip and fall from that scaffolding.
How do you pay the rent, then?
My Seymour works at the docks, just like his dad. He's very attached to the house he grew up in. It's not always easy, but we get by all right.
I think we've exhausted all the options for her. Kind of feel sorry for her.
Do you have any news about Sean Hampton's shelter?
I heard you can't go there anymore unless you share his faith. Bit queer, don't you think?
Goodbye,
He's
Miss
also a
Fishburne.
dad, so...
Take care of yourself.
Didn't get any hints out of her. I was surprised.
Last time I had a good sleep.
Steal. Steal. I'm hoping for quest items rather than just random trash, but... Well, I've introduced to her now. Where is she? There she is. I did miss a hint. Okay. Oh well. I go find Rufus. That might help. Oh, that was just through the, oh.
Must be eyes on the back of that head, sir. Gentlemen are easy targets in these parts.
It's locked, all right.
That's probably, she has a key. Okay, Rufus should be around here somewhere. There, convenient.
Evening, Rufus.
Evening, Mr. Reed.
Questions?
Heard anything about Sean Hampton's shelter lately?
I rarely go near there, but rumour has it the place is restricted. Only members chosen by Mr. Hampton are allowed in.
I've kind of killed everyone there.
What can you tell me about this region?
It's all about staying out of trouble. But since most people prefer to avoid me, it's
He
pretty
does
easy.
not look like a kid, or he's the sound one.
Why do people avoid you?
They call me Rufus the Curse. Around here, I'm a bit of a bad luck charm.
Have you ever thought about leaving?
Where else would I go? At least I know these streets and some people around here. This is my city, for better or worse.
What do you do around here, Rufus?
I listen to the news on the docks, sir. And I smile at those kind enough to spare me a bob.
What do people say about this place?
It's
Things have
falling
been
apart.
tense between the wet boot boys and the communists. They both feel they should run the docks.
Do you have a job?
It's hard to work, what with my head and all. Since I was a boy, I've always had trouble remembering what I do and why I do it.
Personal question. Yeah, we still don't have anything.
Are you worried about the sanitary situation?
I never really felt safe in this town anyway. Now's the first time that everyone seems to feel the same way as me.
Is anything worrying you right now?
Gunshots? I hear them every night. Who's firing? Who are they shooting at? That's what's scary.
So long, Rufus. Be careful. Take care.
Yeah, nothing from Rufus.
I cannot enter.
Okay, can I get up there? Teleport? Doesn't look like it. There's a bunch of people whose hints I just can't find no matter what. Around the back, maybe? No. Must be a way to get in there, but I can't figure it out. We haven't really done much here. There's Seymour. Maybe I can get the last hint out of him.
Good evening, Mr. Fishman.
Yeah.
I need a hint for him, but I can't get one.
Aren't you worried about the conditions here in London?
I've heard armed men have started patrolling the city, even killing the sick to stop the epidemic. Starting to like this city again.
Still a
Goodbye,
horrible
Mr.
person.
Fishman.
I have no idea how to get the hints for them. It's her. I think I just have to go back to Pembroke for a little while. Those are effectively done. I'll worry about it later. These two I can't get. Done. Pembroke. Yeah, there's a bunch of people I'm missing hints for. Mostly ignored it. Like, yeah, I could get maybe enough for 5,000 if I go back to Pembroke and start doing those quests. Who's that over there? Is that Ichabod? Nah. Let's see, what's the best way to go? Up more or less. I should probably start sticking those posters around. I'm not entirely sure where they go. Yeah, you all deal with later. Oh, that way. Is there like a marker for the posters? What was that? Someone got stabbed. definitely know I heard someone getting stabbed. Okay, I don't want to go that way. There's definitely a stabbing sound. That is... Yeah, I don't care about any of you. That's a dead end. Run, Jonathan. I don't want to fight right now. That must have been the sound. Okay, up and to the right. Don't need to fight. Didn't dodge fast enough. Missed. Cover some stamina. Ooh. Ha ha ha. Bye. Bye. I saw that teleport in. My air streets are getting occupied. That was very quick. Okay, there we go. We're out of that area. Okay. Can't stick a poster on that. So we're at Pembroke. We're going to be running quests for here for a little bit. There's one I know I need to find, like, how somebody died.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Well, Pembroke is not as awful, and neither is Whitechapel. Okay, can't do anything here.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Unfortunately not. Tippett. 2 hints from her, like,
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Questions. Praise
Why
you.
does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Let's see.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them.
Most of them.
Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, Nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
You just did.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Ooh, a hint from him.
I'm not familiar with all the staff
Ah,
yet.
wrong
Perhaps
button.
you could help.
Brilliant.
Most.
It would.
Just click through that.
I'm not familiar with all the.
Brilliant.
Did it again. Personal questions. There we go. Okay.
Goodbye, Nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
There we are. Okay, now I'll harass Tibbets with that new hint. I might be able to unlock some more hints.
Dr. Reed.
Okay, that's... Oh, there are.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more unto the breach.
Nurse
Worried.
Brannigan is worried about you, Doctor.
She should not have told you that. I will have a word with her.
You don't have to blame her for her honesty.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear Jonathan. Actually, Nurse Brannigan's opinion is the only one I may listen to.
Don't know if he lost a hint for that. It doesn't sound like he was happy about it.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
I got something. That lost a hint, I bet. Where is he? Nope, didn't lose it. Well, that's positive. I've gotten all of his dialogue, I'm pretty sure. I went through and toggled all the other ones, but I didn't really interact with them much. So that's a spy action. I wonder what he's doing. Probably sleeping. Can't see. Don't think there's an upstairs to go to now. So they triggered something. Maybe they can get there from outside. Let's get citizens' actions. Up there. Usually it says, okay, it's sort of around here. That's too far away. I think it's probably ended now that I ever think about it. If I get closer, maybe we'll come back. Nope. Oh well. So there is something I can get with him, I just can't get it right now. I might be able... I know that's where the quest started. Maybe I need to find something in there. It's like that long, long ago one about how someone died suspiciously. Remember when these guys were difficult? Actually, I should probably bring that quest up. Was it investigations? Oh, there they are. Find out the cause of death. So it should be here, I think. It's downstairs, wasn't it? Bonk. Bonk. They probably don't drop anything worthwhile. Eh, I'll take the medical supplies. Hi. Sorry I didn't notice you. Bonk. Bonk. Remember when I had a hard time fighting these guys? Now I'm one-shotting them. Stop your moaning. I'll get over there and kill you in a moment. Actually, I kind of need to eat one of them. Oh, I didn't time it properly. It's hard to see. Yeah. This works too. The hard way, if I must. Oh, he's open.
The chest was originally open to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened.
Just go up there and click on the body. This would have saved me some time.
Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps?
Probably prescribed too much,
Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman.
Probably gave him too much drugs in the operation.
Over the left lung. Possibly a chest tube insertion.
No, there isn't.
Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful. signs of internal bleeding.
If you say so.
Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
Those are actually the most dangerous parts about surgery, is the anesthesia for the surgery. Everything else is fairly easy, but yeah. You made a mistake, but guess what? You will. It's medicine, and you're performing it in dangerous circumstances. I'm admittedly probably a bit more lenient about it than Mr. Reed is, but yeah. Actually, we're pretty much... I walked into these quick. Alright. Problem solved. Went the wrong way, wandered into a bunch of enemies, killed them all. Problem solved. Alright, so we'll confront Tibbetts next time. We're actually out of time now. I'm actually going to go to my room and save that plant because it's been crying out for water for probably about a week now in terms of real time. Or not real time, but in terms of game time. And then we'll go harass Tibbetts about killing someone, which is unfortunate, but yeah, that happens. Heal real quick. Ooh. Shimmer. Bullets. Don't need bullets. This looks like the correct way, maybe. Am I going the right way? Close enough. That open? No. We'll squeeze through that. Nope. I could get through that easy in real life, but Jonathan doesn't want to. So the room is balcony. Oh, looking the wrong way. So, unfortunately, it's not much we can do for the docks, but we're at least progressing something of Pembroke's quests. We have, what, 4,000 XP to spend the next time we feel like it. I saved the plant. Do I get anything for it? Okay, fine. We need to upgrade that good handle part. Oh! I am one away from being able to get the final upgrade on that. That's a substantial amount of damage. Stun point, increase handling. Yeah, we'll go for that. So one more good handle part, which I should be able to buy fairly easy, and I get the final upgrade on that. And unfortunately, this is probably useful for some builds, but like if you're under leveled, the raw damage of this is just going to outperform everything else. Like, you could go with like a decent, you know, blood gathering build with these two, but like it's just so hard to justify. So I hope everyone's enjoyed this little set. We're about to upgrade our weapon for one final time, and hopefully that serves us well enough when dealing with enemies 7 levels above us. Who's that? That's what's his face. Again. So hope everyone enjoyed this little set. So until next time, bye.